Hey everybody, welcome to another fun edition of Retro Reload East Coast Edition. This is episode 25. As always, I'm Mr. Nikon, or also known as Charles, and as always I got Red Blaze.
Hello.
Got Cashel.
Hello, everyone.
Foxshot.
Hey guys.
Dash V is on mute. And we got Bad at Chaos.
Me! Hello!
So, we are called Retro Reload, so I thought of an idea. There's, lots of old movies that are remade nowadays. This is Hollywood's out of ideas. They're always remaking some movie or rebooting a franchise. So, that's something I thought would be a fun topic to talk about. Some things that come to mind like Batman.
Amazing Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, that was, what?
Yeah.
That was like, what, 2 years between?
We need a reboot series that was just rebooted.
Yeah, but what I'll say about the newest one that they're doing right now, they are not doing an origin story, thank God. So it's gonna. So maybe you might see a little bit of it during like the opening credits, but that I can forgive as opposed to a whole nother origin story yet again.
Yeah. Didn't they did Batman twice in the past 10 years?
Yeah. Feels like it.
Wait. Not that I can think of. Within the past 10 years?
Yeah, they have one.
Yeah, well,
Christian Bale, and they got someone else for it, didn't they? I thought.
No, they have a new
In
person
the
for
Batman
the
versus
Dawn of Justice,
Superman.
the Batman Superman movie. They got
Okay.
Ben Affleck now, as opposed to Christian Bale.
And I still think Michael Keaton is the better Batman.
Yeah. Well, I personally prefer Kevin Conroy.
Eh. But yeah,
Of course,
so,
who did the animated voice.
yeah.
Clooney? Come on, man.
Oh God, I forgot about Clooney. No,
You just had to bring up the bat nipples.
God. So, what do you guys think about these all these movie reboots that they've been doing?
Who wants to go first?
no, you go. Go ahead, Zach. You go first.
Well, basically, some do need a reboot, I think, at times, especially when it comes like to superhero movies. But like you said before, we don't need an origin story for every single reboot.
Yeah.
Because how many times can you hear that Spider-Man got freaking bit by a radioactive spider? And,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, with, like you said, the Keaton Batman and the Bale Batman, they're two totally different Batmans in a way. So it's a refreshing take on it, I personally think.
And when they bring like the different directors' point of views, how they did the movies.
Yeah.
Like the Michael Keaton Batman. I think those are some of the best out there. It's what I grew up with.
Yeah.
Yeah, another one I can think of is actually The Incredible Hulk. Because, I mean, when they did that movie, I sort of saw it as a soft reset, just taking the origin story, and that was it.
Yeah.
From the previous one. You knew that he was on the run, all that, and where it just flowed from there and turned out to be a pretty decent movie.
Nice.
You're talking about the one with Eric Bana? Is that the one you're talking about?
The most recent one. The one that ties into the Marvel universe.
Okay, that's not the one I'm thinking of then. Okay.
You're thinking of the one from 2003, aren't you?
Yeah. This one came out.
Yeah, that one's terrible.
Yeah.
Like Eric Bana, but not his fault.
And this is these reboots. It gets confusing. Like, which one are you talking about when they reboot some of these movies like 3 or 4 times?
Yeah, I mean, what was the last Rocky movie called?
Rocky Balboa.
Yeah.
That's not rebooted. That's just being a dead horse.
Yeah, but I mean, you had Rocky, then you had Rocky 2, Rocky 3, Rocky 4. what was there, Rocky 5 or
Rocky 5.
and then all of a sudden Rocky Balboa.
Yeah.
Then you got titles where it's like the Alien series. You got Alien, then Aliens, and then whatever the hell's after that.
Yeah, and this goes into like it's like something else sort of like doing sequels when sequels aren't really needed. You know?
Yeah. Is that do you consider those reboots and remakes, or are you like equating the two, or
Well,
not?
it was something else I wanted to go into, but
I'm just talking about dumb naming of movies right there.
yeah.
I could think of one that's not out yet, but Mr. Nikon may have watched this back in the day. Did you watch Gem and the Holograms, or was I the only one cool enough to watch this?
I did not.
Oh god, I've been hearing a lot about that recently.
Yeah, so the remake, I saw the trailer for it, and it looks 180 degrees from what the cartoon was. So,
as somebody who never saw the cartoon, it looks terrible.
Yeah, it looks terrible. Like it's like about there's YouTube and there's tweeting and there's no big fun concerts. I didn't see any Misfits. Their songs are better, and like it just does not seem like it. First off, it didn't need a movie at all, and if they're trying to reignite the franchise, the Gem franchise, I'm not sure why they went with this direction. And finally, the actress who's playing Gem, Aubrey Peoples, she looks like a sales clerk at a Bath and Body Works. She does not look like a Gem and the Hologram type of. I'm not saying that to be mean. She's a nice girl. She's a great voice, but she's not. She's not Kimber or whatever. So, like this direction they're going with it is just it confuses me, and that's my initial reaction when I think of a remake. I'm confused. It was done before. Why are you doing it again?
Yeah, no. I mean, with Gem again, I saw the trailer for it first, and it's like, this just sucks. And then I watched Andrew Eisen's 30 Days of Netflix thing, and he watched like the first 5 episodes of the animated series, and where just his reaction from it was so it sounded like something to actually watch, as opposed to just passing it by, and where it was funny because I looked in the comments and where he's like, well, I saw the Gem trailer, no longer interested.
Yeah.
And now, of course, talking about the movie.
I'm sorry, Mr. Knight, I kind of cut you off. Did you say you did watch Gem or no?
I did not watch too much of it as a kid, no.
Okay.
Yeah, what was it, like in between G.I. Joe and Transformers?
Something like that.
It was cool, that's what it was.
and it's like, also the other reboot, what made me think of this is they remade Point Break.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, why? It's some of these like remakes are so bad. It's like, oh god, and I forget about them. I forgot they did a remake of The Day the Earth Stood Still.
Oh god.
Oh god. It's so funny because I bought The Day the Earth Stood Still on Blu-ray for whatever reason, and the primary reason was because it came with the original movie on Blu-ray, which is actually like a pretty good classic sci-fi film.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was really funny. It's like the only way they could get people to buy the new one is if it came with the old one, kind of, from like the freaking 50s.
Yeah.
Was there another War of the Worlds movie? I know that there was one.
There were a bunch for War of the Worlds.
Yeah, that's been done a billion times.
Yeah.
I remember seeing the most recent one and thinking, this sucks.
I didn't mind it that much, but it might have been because I was like, I don't know, in high school and didn't really care. But I don't know. It was. It wasn't a great movie, but it was like watchable. A one through, but
I was in either high school or middle school at the time when that came out.
Yeah.
And I just thought this movie blows.
Yeah. If you haven't seen the original, The Day the Earth Stood Still, you have to watch that. It's a classic.
You know.
We haven't heard much from you. What you're thinking about this right now?
Yeah, so I mean, you guys aren't like much older than me or anything, but I've only watched like one episode of that gym show and stuff, and it's because actually one of my friends like I don't know if they were serious about it or whatever, but I guess they kind of watched it and everything. So I don't have any opinions on like that specific movie or anything.
Well, that's one more episode than I've watched.
Yeah.
You guys are missing out. Not really.
Yeah.
But I have fond memories.
But I mean, it goes back to this problem that I feel the movie industry has. I mean, it's not just them. I think you can find similar things with the game industry where it's like, oh, if we remake this and it's basically the same thing, you know, there's people who are going to go and watch it just because they're like, oh, I remember when this originally came out and I used to like this one and now the new one will be, you know, we're seeing for nostalgia or whatever else. And
exactly. I was going to go on the same kind of spiel. Basically, it's like you said, the investors in the studios, they want to go with something that they know will do okay based on how well the franchise has done previously. And so that's why you kind of see all these remakes. That's why you see the same Call of Duty games over and over again. It's like, oh, well, the first one did okay, so we'll just keep making them. That's kind of why there's not really any innovation in either of those industries, where they just kind of keep making the same franchise, over and over again. And to a similar extent, that's kind of what Disney did right from the beginning, right? I mean, they took like these fairy tale stories that everybody's familiar with, right? Like Snow White. Everybody knows Snow White, or any of those other kind of fairy tale princess stories, right? And so they just capitalize on that by just oh, let's just go with what people know of, and then so they already have a familiarity with it.
Right,
And
well. And like all movies like that aren't necessarily bad or whatever, because I think there was one. It was that Wizard of Oz, but it.
Oh, the Sam Raimi.
I forget what it's called. Yeah, but it actually had
the
a guy
one?
who like.
Or are you talking about
pretended
Tin
to
Man?
be a wizard or something when he went there and stuff, and
yeah, that movie was okay.
Yeah, and they're okay and stuff, but it's.
Oz the Great and Powerful.
I think that's more going on, expanding on the his book series, the Frank L. Baum book series, because there were.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, perhaps so. In that case, yeah, maybe, but
it's like in the what is it? Return to Oz.
Oh, with what's her name? Fairuza. What's her last name?
I forget.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was also in The Craft, and I love that movie. I can't remember her name though. Her last name. Anyway, yeah, that was like her breakout role.
Yeah. And that was that was a very. That was a pretty good movie. It was that wasn't really for kids at all.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I guess for me it's kind of more of a principle thing. The whole principle of just kind of we're remaking this because it's safe, it's easier to do, and we know it'll make a profit.
Yeah.
And that's, again, it's not to say like all remakes or things like that are bad, but if you take something like Blade Runner, you can remake it, but part of what people like so much about it is because it is that old version. It is kind of that original cult classic sort of thing. And if you remake it, I mean, it won't necessarily be a bad movie, but at the same time, you're not getting the same thing that you're getting with the original. You're not kind of getting that history with it. So,
yeah.
If it's a good remake, I guess that's okay. But really, I mean, it's like with games. You can make a movie and it can be good, but I would be hard pressed to find something where I would say this is really good. So. Yeah,
it's like the new RoboCop.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, where they replaced his gun with a taser.
Yeah, it was okay, but.
Well, you knew it was going to be bad when they gave it a PG-13 rating.
Yeah.
Like, it was just all right. Like Mr. Nikon said, I mean, it was there. Wasn't, you know.
You know, it's like
What about those G.I. Joe movies from a couple of years ago?
I stayed away from those.
I saw the first one, and that was it.
Was that Michael Bay, or who did those?
It might as well have been.
That's what, it basically looked like the Transformers. It was just like friggin' mech suits, people jumping around, and explosions, and like, what the hell's going on?
And we're all hold to this day that the worst idea for a movie was basing it on the board game Battleship.
Oh, God.
No, I actually liked that. I thought that was actually pretty good, and a lot of people hate on that. But I would like to actually see them make a Monopoly movie too. I
They
think that'd be
censored
good.
it. You know, that's just one of the things I really hate is when they censor it by, instead of having the word actually said, they go to something else.
Yeah, I'm not a.
Unless
I'm
it was
not-
in Austin Powers.
Hey, for those who did see the Battleship movie, quick question, then we'll get back to the topic. Can Rihanna act or no? Here she,
Who?
you know, Rihanna, the singer. She was in
Rihanna,
it.
yeah. I mean,
Rihanna.
I don't remember it being particularly bad or anything. So
All right.
Well,
There's
Well, the fact that I didn't even remember that.
Yeah. But yeah, I
Well,
don't
there's-
know about Rihanna.
Yeah.
yeah, there's my
One re-
opinion for the night. If you haven't seen the Battleship movie, it's worth seeing. If
Okay.
you're willing to have a little fun with it.
It's got Liam Neeson. You like it?
Liam Neeson.
Oh gosh, what was that
I'm-
movie that they just like a few months ago came out and he was in it, but it wasn't a Taken movie, but it was like the same thing.
Oh.
Where it's like he's on the run with his son because
What?
like
Oh yeah.
No, wait.
out on something on all night. I don't know. Basically Taken 4. Yeah, that annoys me too. Where it's basically a Taken movie, but
It's
they-
basically the
Just
same,
another
same
action movie.
actors,
Yeah.
same everything, just can't get the rights to the name.
Yeah.
Or the people.
I don't know. But going back to our reboots, you know,
I'm-
like some big ones I want to go with. You know, the Star Wars, not Star Wars, Star Trek.
Ugh.
I am not a fan of Star Trek to begin with, so
yeah, me neither.
Well, I'm a big Trekkie, and I thought it was just stupid.
Did you like it?
the only thing I remember is the
They
Next
were good.
Generation.
They were good movies, but not. It wasn't good Star Trek. I don't know.
Yeah, it's you know, I like the original crew.
Yeah.
You know, Shatner. But Simon Pegg does a pretty good Scotty. I like his Scotty.
That's the only redeeming quality of those movies. It's the fact that they got Simon Pegg.
Yeah, I'm not like a big Star Trek fan or anything, but I mean, I like the original series, and part of that appeal though is just his acting. It's so over the top, but it's so entertaining. You know.
I'm sleeping with a green chick tonight. I like how they did a play on that in the Star Trek their first reboot.
Yeah. Yeah. They had the green chicks. The what do you call them?
Whatever.
Aliens.
Oh, it's gonna come to me. The Orions. Yeah.
Or just green chicks, you know.
Green alien chicks.
But yeah,
Actually-
so you want to bring up Evil Dead, Lucas, like it?
Well, I was pretty much going to say that this is one movie that I've bought, but have yet to actually watch. Is
Okay.
The remake of The Evil Dead. I'm a big fan of it. I got the original here. I got the other two over there. But yeah, no, for some reason I just haven't had the urge to actually watch it, even though I want to watch it.
Who directed the remake again? Was that?
I know that people were involved in it that were from the original movie. Let's see.
Not Campbell.
Yeah.
Well, he was a producer in it.
Oh, really?
Him and Raimi were producers.
It's funny because I just picked up Army of Darkness. I don't know, like a month ago on Blu-ray. I freaking love Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's such a great movie. I wish that's what they need a reboot, not that nonsense other stuff. I don't know.
I don't know. You can't really recreate that. I think personally.
No, you probably couldn't. But I mean,
The
you can get
games
the
have
same,
the
kind
games
of
and
humor.
comics have done pretty good on expanding on the universe there, actually.
You know
Even
what
though he
reboot?
eventually goes and fights the Marvel zombies.
You know what reboot we do need though?
What's that?
A reboot of Reboot?
Super Mario Brothers movie reboot.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say a reboot of the show Reboot.
Get
That
Michael Bay.
movie was
Reboot,
Invite Shyamalan.
rebooted.
so bad.
Yeah,
So bad.
Bob Hoskins.
I'm telling you, M. Night Shyamalan and Michael Bay, get them to do it.
Yeah.
Michael Bay doing Super Mario Brothers reboot.
With M. Night, what's his last name? Crazy.
Shyamalan.
Like a ding dong.
M. Night
A lot
Shyamalan.
a lot of bombs in that movie. Jeez.
At the end, like, what? I'm actually in a video game. I'm not a live person.
And that's how that will be the plot twist. I
Is it?
call it right now. Yep.
Isn't that basically the plot of Pixels?
I haven't seen Pixels, so I can't say.
Yeah, you have a whole bunch of video game characters being recreated by aliens.
Another
Adam
one.
Sandler somehow.
Speaking of video game movies, did anyone ever see Need for Speed?
No.
No.
It came out like last year.
I don't remember. I just remember seeing a commercial in the theater. So.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I saw it. It was, or I saw most of it. It was all right.
All I ever saw for it was DVD case at Walmart.
It had pretty
Okay.
good. It actually had pretty good surround sound. I work at a theater. I remember playing it. The surround sound was actually pretty good. But that's about all that was really notable about the movie.
It had. Did it have one of the guys from Breaking Bad?
I can tell you because I never watched that
The
show.
guy who played Jesse?
Oh, yeah. Another time. I'll go about Breaking Bad later. That's a great show.
So, I'm gonna give you guys a question. Are there any remakes that you guys thought were better than the original?
Ooh,
Um,
that's hard.
A lot of people
Star
bring up
Wars.
A lot of people bring up The Thing. I know that.
Okay.
I'm trying to think.
I can't think of any off the top of my. Well, what about you, Mr. Nikon? What do you think?
Jeez.
Put you on a
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just nostalgic. I like the original versions a lot better most of the time. You know,
Yeah.
it's like Death Race 2000.
You know, I actually did like the Death Race with Jason Statham.
Like the
If you want a reason,
one.
seriously, if you
Mario
want a
Kart the
reason,
movie.
pretty much.
You
I
got
was
your
gonna say,
power-ups, and you got
I was gonna say, if you want a reason to love that movie, look up Mario Kart Death Race.
Okay.
They go and replace all the audio from Death Race with
Oh god!
Mario Kart
Speaking of
stuff.
which, did anybody see like that trailer that the special effects artist made, where he basically put Mario Kart into the new Mad Max trailer?
I
I
saw
have
the
not.
poster, but I didn't see it.
Go Google search that. Oh my friggin' god, it's funny as hell. You have to watch it a couple times over because like there's a lot of little things in the background you might not catch, but it's like I don't know, it's awesome. I'll just say that much.
You know, I think
Yeah.
I like the original Death Race because I'm a fan of these B movies and all that. And like the original Death Race is totally hardcore B movie.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'd have to agree with you. I think I like the original Death Race better, but it's been a long time since I've seen it. But
It's got a young Sylvester Stallone in there.
wow.
Yeah,
Trying
pretty
to think.
much the only thing I can think of where the kind of reboot was better than the original is actually the anime Hellsing, because Hellsing Ultimate is awesome.
Did anyone see the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street?
I have not.
It's pretty good. I like them equally, but for their own reasons. But that remake was actually done really well. And
Oh, the Omen movies. were in Poseidon. I'm trying to think of recent. There's a bunch of horror films that are.
Poseidon Adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I haven't seen the newest
James,
Poseidon Adventure.
I haven't seen too many of the originals, so I couldn't really, think of anything. Like I know, like The Omen was a big one.
I saw that.
It's fun watching the talk about remakes when they do remake movies that were still during the Code era of Hollywood. The Hays Code.
Mm-hmm.
When like if you robbed the bank, you couldn't get away with it, and all that stuff, like Ocean's 11.
Oh yeah.
Like, they lost the money, and in the original one, like with pretty much the Rat Pack, which I think that's one reason they made Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis Jr., Joey Bishop, and then the newer one, which I think I like that one a lot better than the original one. So, are there any reboots that you think the remake was significantly worse than the original?
Oh, where do we begin?
Let's do like a top 5 list for you guys.
Oh God, do I even have 5?
I'm not much of a movie person, but I'll just throw out Star Wars right now. So, yeah, even though they're not really recreate, they're continuing the thing. But hey, look what you got. But
one of the earlier titles there.
Yeah, Talia Maruru, one of my favorite. Actually, my favorite one in the Arlen trilogy.
What
But
you got?
anyway, that's about all I got for now as far as remakes that I didn't like. If you guys start sounding some off, you'll probably inspire me to think of some.
You said this one's actually pretty good?
They're all good.
You know what? I'll say it. The Amazing Spider-Man, not a big fan of it. I picked it up because it was cheap. It's got good. It's got good action, but I mean, I just don't like the guy as Peter Parker. It's himself.
Isn't he Australian?
As Spider-Man, I don't know. And what was his name even? Andrew something? Andrew Garfield.
He's with Emma Stone, so he's got that going for him. Go him.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Emma Stone, I like her a lot. But Garfield, good Spider-Man, terrible Peter Parker in my opinion. Which is funny because that's the exact opposite of how I feel about the original Spider-Man.
Okay. Anyone else got any comments on that one, or?
I mean, personally, I actually liked the new Spider-Man. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I agree with people that, I forget what the name of the new Spider-Man is, comic book wise that they're coming out with. And I mean, I would like to kind of see them go with that instead. But I mean, I actually liked the last Spider-Man movie, that newest one that came out, pretty well. So that's me.
I liked it, in comparison to that third Spider-Man movie. Oh my God.
Oh come on, the third one isn't that bad.
Oh, it was just I couldn't stop.
Yes, the third one is that bad.
It's just let's develop 3 villains at once, and then all this crap keeps happening, and I don't know. It's just
oh come
it's
on,
really.
You can't talk bad about that evil dance.
Oi.
Oh yeah.
It's one of those that I like because of how bad it is, I think.
That's going to be the Avengers 2 for me, probably. Oh God.
Oh come on.
I just watched that last weekend, and oh my God, it was just
that was awesome.
Let's accelerate the plot, even though the movie's 2.5 hours long. We got it. I don't know.
Are we still talking about Spider-Man 3 here, or did we change?
I went off to Avengers because I don't know. I just find Marvel movies are just becoming Call of Duty, basically. Just make the same thing again and again.
I was very disappointed by the second Avengers movie, I have to admit. I was kind of let down.
Jeez. What the hell's with everybody?
No, it's just me. Everybody, yeah.
I would like to see Justice League movie. That needs to happen already, because that would be awesome.
Aquaman movie right now.
Top Cat movie.
Whatever.
Top Cat.
He's the leader of the gang.
That's a reboot that we need right now.
Or
Yeah.
Felix the Cat. That'd be great.
Oh, speaking of bad reboots, there was like that Underdog movie.
Oh God, I forgot about that.
That was like
anything
what year was that? That was like 2007 or 6 or something. I don't remember now.
Another bad reboot that I just thought of: the Matthew Broderick Godzilla.
Oh yeah.
I'm
the
going to break
1991
ranks here and say that was actually a good movie that had a lot of undeserved hate. And Matthew Broderick did fantastic.
Come on.
It's not a Godzilla movie. Come on, it wasn't.
You know, people get that confused with the movie Godzilla 2000.
It was a Godzilla game made by the people that made Independence Day. If you expected anything different than what you would expect by the guys that made Independence Day, I'm sorry, you're a fool.
I'm not even a fan
Speaking
of
of which,
Independence Day.
speaking of reboots, they're gonna make an Independence Day 2, I guess.
What the hell?
Yes, everybody from the original cast is on board except for Will Smith.
Good.
Well, right now he's
Meh.
busy playing Deadshot.
Because Bill Pullman. What's he been doing? You know.
He's been looking forward to Independence Day 2 and Spaceballs 2. That's what he's been doing.
He was on Torchwood Miracle Day. He was in that series. And that's what I think I remember him being in, but I did like the most recent Godzilla movie.
Yeah.
I liked
I liked
they kept it closer to the original Godzilla series. You know.
It's not close unless they're in costume.
Well, yeah. I like the man in the rubber
models-
suit.
I like the reference to Mothra. Did anybody catch that?
I
It
must
was
have
like,
missed
I
that.
haven't watched
There was
it
a
actually.
well, remember the scene where they go back to the guy's apartment, which was like all run down, right? It was like overgrown. There was this like aquarium that had like a bunch of cocoons in it, and scribbled on the bottom of the aquarium, it spelt out Mothra. It was pretty subtle. It was just like an item, it was like an object in the background.
I missed
But
that.
yeah, an obvious reference to the Mothra character. But
And I like at the end, where they're doing a newscast to Crawl, they say Godzilla, hero or villain, with the question mark.
Well,
Yeah.
in the Bear cartoon, he was clearly a hero. I'm not sure if anyone watched that back in the day, but
Yeah, it's funny. For the series, he's transitioned from hero to villain many times. He's been a good guy, then he's been a bad guy.
Yeah, I mean, on the one hand, he's the only one that can take out something like Mothra, but at the other hand, he also takes out all of Japan while taking out Mothra, so...
But yeah, he's big and clumsy. The buildings get in his way, and
There you go. He's not...
He's not
clumsy.
either.
he's just huge. I mean, I'm sure if you were 600 feet tall, you'd knock over some crap by accident.
it's like Gamera, and pretty much it's in a constant. He's always been pretty much
I love
one
Gamera.
he's always been the one to save the day. Yeah, he destroys the city in the process, but
He's a turtle that can fly. I mean, what more do
Yeah.
you want?
I
Last
like.
Godzilla movie I remember watching was Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla.
Actually, got that on Blu-ray,
Sweet.
and I picked up. I think I pretty much got all the Gamera movies on Blu-ray, and that's that they rebooted that one in the '90s, and those reboots were pretty damn good.
Were they really?
Yeah. There were more.
I remember hearing they had really good practical special effects.
Oh, those
It's
are
good.
It's still a guy in a rubber
as far
suit,
as
but
the miniatures.
they were
Yeah.
really good miniatures. It was the last one they did from the reboot series was pretty. That was one that wasn't the best. I think that one came out at the same time The Matrix was coming out. It's like they did a Matrix style type movie with Gamera in it. It's kind of ridiculous.
Oh, speaking of like interesting Japanese reboots, there was that Dragon Ball Z movie from like the live action one a couple years ago.
You know what? That's another one on the list of terrible ones.
Okay.
Yep.
But what I will say is that if they didn't even have the Dragon Ball name and everything, it would have been a campy B movie for Kung Fu movie, which could have been decent at least then.
Yeah.
Just
And get
change
rid
the
of
names.
Giant Ape. Just change everything that's got to do with the character. It's got to do with the character's name, some Dragon Balls, all that stuff. And you know what? One complaint I hear about a lot is Bulma's hair out of all things. Which, honestly, is one thing it was like, okay, I can see why they changed it to be like that instead, where it was blue highlights instead of just all pure blue. Because that would look weird on a person.
Did he turn Super Saiyan in the movie?
No, this is before he even finds out he's a Saiyan.
So he didn't turn into a dumb blonde after? Okay, good. Hate that crap.
How about like
You know, you got me all hyped up and for saying that you were going to bring Battle of the Gods out, and you ended up bringing out that piece of crap.
True. Oh, then there's the series too. There's the Dragon Ball Super or whatever they're gonna call that.
Super
It's
Dragon Ball Z or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of skeptical about that because all of a sudden now they went from Super Saiyan to Super Saiyan God, and then for the new one, Resurrection of Frieza. Sorry, but they got Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
I try not to follow the levels. I don't know. It's pretty silly, especially like, once it gets into GT territory, it just gets like stupid. I don't know.
And the only difference is instead of red, it's now blue. The hair is.
Is that animated or like
It's
live
animated.
action?
Yeah, it's
a new series. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it.
Anyways, I thought of another remake or a reboot, sort of. Didn't they sort of give new life to the Dawn of the Dead series?
Oh.
yeah.
Because the original was a black and white one, and then the one came out, I think in like 2004 or 2005.
I hate that movie.
And it was pretty good. It was actually pretty fun. Kind of fun, mindless zombie killing, you know?
Yeah.
You're talking about Dawn of the Dead, right? The remake?
Some time of the Day of the Dead. That helps at all.
Sometime the day.
Yeah.
That movie's terrible. Just stick with Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead. I like Dawn of the Dead. But Shaun of the Dead was good too, but it was fun. Fun little people were trapped in the mall, trying to survive the zombie apocalypse.
Meanwhile, the zombie baby.
The zombie baby, forgot about that.
You know, go back to the B movies. You know, I mean, I remember they did Roger Corman did the original like movie of Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh man, now I got that song in my head, Mr. Nikon.
Then he had the one.
Which one?
The intro.
Little shop of horrors, bop, she bop.
Love it.
You know, I like the original version better, you know, because I'm a Roger Corman fan. You know, that guy did put out so many movies, and spent so little on the movies. That could be a whole nother, you know, conversation about just Roger Corman movies. Like, I think, one of his first movies he did, gave, Jack Nicholson his start. In, what movie was it? I forget. He plays some French guy, some French officer, and, you know, he's Jack Nicholson. He pounds on a castle. He's like, "Open up." The name of the French army. You know how worst French accent ever, but.
Oh man.
I would.
You don't ever change. Keep being you because you're awesome.
I think it was the Terror. I think. That was because he had I'll try to look up the details of that because he had what's his name? Was it Vincent Price? He had in there.
I'm sorry, what movie are we talking about?
Was it The Terror? Roger Corman. He had Jack Nicholson and
What year was this? I don't remember.
Boris Karloff, 1963.
Oh, okay.
Boris Karloff. He just finished shooting a movie with Boris Karloff, and he had Boris Karloff under contract for another 2 days, so he decided to shoot The Terror. You know, it took him a month to shoot the film. And it's Roger Corman. And, yeah, it's a pretty good movie, but that's just how me being a Roger Corman fan.
All I know is Vincent Price was the man. Rest
Yes. And I actually, I met his daughter they did a screening of one of his movies at the Portage Theater here in Chicago. And this is actually, he had a career long before he did all these horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
And the horror movies is what really we all remember him for. But yeah, it's
same with Christopher Lee.
Yeah, Christopher Lee. Yeah.
He just turned 93 the other day, I think.
Just turned 93. Jesus Christ.
Oh, word.
He's a freaking legend.
I think that's how old Betty White is too. I think she's 93.
Who is?
Betty White.
Yeah, Betty White. She just.
Golden Girl left. They're almost gone.
Yeah, she's the last one left, isn't she?
Yeah. But I was so sad when I heard Rue McClanahan passed away. She was good. She was good. Only the good die young.
Only the good die young.
Now there is
Betty White still alive?
What is it?
If only the good die young, then how's Betty White still alive?
Hey.
How's Lemmy Kilmister still alive? I mean, hell, that guy should have been dead 50 years ago.
Who is this?
Motorhead. Lemmy Kilmister?
I don't know.
The guy drinks like a bottle of Jack and smokes a pack a day.
It's like most of the Rolling Stones. It's like Keith Richards looks like he died sometime in the 70s.
Yeah, but I mean, what have they done lately?
They're coming to Chicago in a couple weeks.
Motorhead's still out there putting an album out pretty much like every 2 years or so.
Yeah.
And honestly, pretty much there's not really a bad album in the Motorhead library.
Yeah. And, moving on to something else, I want to bring up like sequels, where they should just stop making sequels to them.
Land
Transformers?
Before Time.
What is it? Transformers?
Land Before Time? Is that what you said, Nick?
Yeah.
Wait, are they still making sequels to that movie?
I hope not. I don't know. I lost count. They stopped numbering them at like 13, and they just kept tacking on names at the end.
Aren't they coming out with another Rambo movie, I think? Or they're working on another Rambo movie?
Rambo IV? Oh, wait, that's 4?
Or are you talking about Rambo Intravenous?
What?
I know they're supposed to be coming out with another Joe Dirt movie or something.
Oh,
yeah, I know.
I was not a fan of the first one.
I mean, it was funny, for the time and stuff. I think it's like the Adam Sandler movies. It's like at the time, those were good and stuff, but it's not like something you rewatch over and over.
You can't remake Happy Gilmore.
No.
And
no.
One movie that I was really looking forward to, but ended up pretty much being like a very flop for me, was Anchorman 2.
I didn't see that one.
I can kind of. There was a couple good gags in the second one, but I kind of agree with you there. It wasn't that great. It's just kind of rehashing the same kind of stuff.
That's the problem. They just try to remake the first one and call it a sequel.
Did any of you see that Dumb and Dumber 2 or whatever, that new one?
Nope.
That was
avoiding that.
Was the worst movie I've ever seen. That was
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Blues Brothers
no, that was
2000.
terrible. That was
Oh God,
Blues Brothers 2000 was pretty bad.
but the music was good.
Yeah, the original one.
The
was
original
best.
one is a classic. I love
Yes.
that movie.
Okay, so I just looked up Land Before Time. Apparently, they're making one that's expected to come out this year.
Direct to video or theatrical?
I don't know, but it's the first one.
Direct-to-video.
It's the first one since 2007, so it's kind of interesting. Let me see.
But I mean, pretty much
yeah,
haven't
it's
they all
a
been-
direct to video. Yeah.
Haven't they all been pretty much?
Yeah, pretty much since the second one, I think.
Yeah.
Theaters.
It's like Disney. They just.
It's so
make
funny because the
sequels.
first one was really a masterpiece, and then they just kind of like,
So
just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't even remember them.
There's
First
another.
one-
Pretty
Sorry,
young.
go ahead.
Sorry, I think they're coming out. They keep be bringing up talks for another Police Academy movie.
I think I remember reading about that. Yeah.
But you can't replace Tackleberry.
You know,
Can't replace anybody.
Yeah, David Graff. He was the best.
actually, one sequel that I'm looking forward to is actually the Super Troopers one. Just because they went to the fans and asked, do you want this? Hell yes. We'll give you the money.
But a lot of times you get so excited for these after waiting so many years, and you're like, oh god, why did they do that?
Yeah. But I don't know. Maybe it was the fans being actually part of it. It might actually turn out pretty good. Decent, at least.
It's like the Rocky movies. It's. I just hope they don't come out with another one.
Howard the Duck.
After Guardians of the Galaxy, you want to see Howard the Duck.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have that. Leah Thompson and Howard the Duck having their kid.
You'll know that things are real bad when they try to make a sequel to Aragon. Oh my gosh, that movie was so terrible. Saw that for my birthday. That was like the second worst birthday ever.
What was the first worst thing? The other?
You don't want to know.
Now I do.
I really get.
It's fine.
I really get tired of like the Jurassic Park movies though too. I mean, I like the book. I really like the book, the first book, but I do not like the movie. And I think part of it, honestly, is having like half the Seinfeld cast in it, which I wish they would remake the first one and just have the whole Seinfeld cast. Have Kramer as Malcolm. It would be
You know what?
so good.
Kramer, oh my god, that'd be great to see him in anything, actually. But yeah, that'd be funny.
I'm sorry, but I just gotta say it. The premise for the newest one is stupid. I'm sorry.
It's Michael Bay's Jurassic Park.
Well, no, it's like
We gotta have that
Premise is
genetically
stupid.
modified
We go
dinosaur.
back to Spider-Man 3.
Okay. What about
But-
Spider-Man 3?
He mutes himself.
You know what? I'm sorry, but we need something bigger than a T-Rex. Let's make a genetically modified one that all of a sudden has intelligence.
Yeah.
Or so-called intelligence.
Jerry,
Yeah, I
you
am
think
with
you
you
could
on that
genetically modify a T-Rex and get away with it?
Let's make a new dinosaur. One of our own.
Yeah, it wasn't bad enough to create dinosaurs. Now we have to create, mutant dinosaurs.
Intelligent
That's
dinosaurs.
dumb.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Dinosaurs.
Well, actually, no, it's kind of funny. You know who Jack Horner is? The paleontologist? No, but anyway,
I was gonna say, isn't he the guy that sat in the corner eating a blueberry pie or something?
Well, he kind of became famous for like kind of not really co-writing, but he was kind of like the scientific like I don't know what you want to call it. So I don't know. He kind of helped write like the Jurassic Park movies or books or whatever you want to call them. But anyway, what's funny is that he's currently working on a project to reverse engineer a chicken into a dinosaur by like figuring out what all the developmental genes are, and then like, oh, this gene develops the beak, so we'll just turn that off. Now we have normal jaws, and then so we'll give a chicken long tail and claws, and I don't know. It's pretty
Am I the only
crazy
one who
stuff.
sees how stupid of an idea that is? Just to bring back the dinosaurs.
Huh.
It's always funny because there's the Jurassic Park approach where we got to find DNA from a dinosaur, or we could just take DNA from a chicken and just turn it into a dinosaur. Yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of an interesting idea.
Fried T-Rex sounds delicious right about now.
Chris, weren't you going to say something about the Spider-Man thing? Oh, you just muted yourself again. Great.
No, they said somebody mentioned something about like horrible premise and bad movie, and I thought we'd gone back to Spider-Man 3.
No.
Yeah, we touched on that briefly.
Yeah, another bad remake that came to mind when they did the new Psycho.
I didn't see that.
Me neither.
I didn't know there was a new one.
Yeah, it came out in 1998? And they did a lot of Alfred Hitchcock movies they redid. Rear Window.
Oh, they redid that?
Yeah, they did it with, what's his name? Not Christopher Reeves.
The guy who fell off the horse?
Yeah.
Superman.
The original Superman. Not the original Superman. That's, but Superman from the movies.
For the role.
Yeah. Yeah, they did the original Rear Window. I think that was with what's his name? Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah, I don't know the name. I saw the original though before.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
That one was, the way Alfred Hitchcock did that set. That whole little back alley thing. Pretty much most of those apartments are fully working apartments and fully functioning, running water, electric. That's how detailed that whole thing was.
Yeah, I finally got to see Vertigo a few years ago, and they actually screened it in sort of the theater area on the big screen. I'm telling you, that's like the only way to watch that. It's so good. I do wish they would, start rescreening some kind of older movies. There's a drive-in moderately close to here that actually started doing that, and that's when I got to see the original Godzilla. I think it was even with it was either the original or a remake, but it was with the English subtitles in black and white. And I wish theaters would do that more.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because I know in France they do that a lot more often where they'll screen older movies, going back to the 50s and stuff. But it's kind of interesting how over here, like you said, it's just they only play, theaters tend to only play new movies.
I forget, years ago I saw an advertisement. I never ended up going, but they were going to be playing the airplane movies back to back, 1 and 2. That would have been interesting to see.
The second airplane movie is not. It's not worth
Sure
it.
picked a great day to quit sniffing glue.
Yeah, the original one is the best. The second one, it's like they just made the original airplane movie, but they put it on a space shuttle.
Somewhere really needs to show Blazing Saddles.
Yes.
Yeah. That's probably my favorite.
You
Alex
cannot,
movie.
you cannot make a movie like that today.
No.
Well, unless it's Django, but that was
Unless it's Mel Brooks doing the movie, then it's okay.
Have you seen any of his recent ones? Not that great.
Well, he hasn't. God, what has he done recently? Nothing.
What was it? The Producers.
Well,
he produced that one.
Yeah, there's the original Producers.
Yeah, no, there was a remake a couple of years ago.
Huh.
Yeah, with Uma Thurman. Yeah.
Yeah. The original Producers was.
Will Ferrell was in the remake as well. He was the Nazi guy.
God.
That role was actually his reprisal of that role was pretty good, but
yeah, I can see him doing that role pretty good. But yeah, Mel Brooks. Yeah, I don't know.
How
Spaceballs
old
2.
is he? He's still alive, isn't he?
Mel Brooks. Yeah, he's
He's getting there.
He's getting up there.
You know what? There needs to be just like somewhere that does back-to-back Blazing Saddles, Spaceballs, and Young Frankenstein.
Young Frankenstein. Yes.
He's 88.
Why
Wow.
just hear Baron Frankenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Nikon?
Roll in the hay.
Roll in the hay.
I love it. My net is complete.
It's not a retro reload episode about that.
Exactly.
Oh gosh, I almost forgot something that I think we need to mention on here before
What do
we
you got?
get finished.
What's
A moment of silence for all of those who pre-ordered Splatoon and had to pre-order on the Glory.
Oh,
Because I had a friend, and that was one of theirs.
He was in the UK.
She was, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm
I feel
a-
sorry for everybody. It's hard enough to get the Amiibos already.
I didn't pre-order it, so I'm not sure what's going on with that.
Well, that's only in the UK, so I guess
It was,
the
yeah,
US
there was
good.
a particular UK retailer that had their games stolen, basically.
Game.
Yeah, because they the bad thing was they said that was all of our special edition orders. They're like, so we can't give you another special edition later, and I was like, oh,
You know,
that
maybe
sucks.
Nintendo should step up and do another special edition.
Yes.
You know, that would be the right thing to do, Nintendo.
But Nintendo never makes enough stuff in its runs, so.
Yeah, my God. My friends are planning to go to Target at 3 o'clock in the morning to try and get the Amiibos.
Really,
No
you need new friends. I'll tell you that right now, then.
I'm sorry, my one friend.
Your one.
Who's going with his friends.
You need one friend.
When
My
I
only
heard
friend.
that, he invited me originally to go, and as soon as I heard 3 o'clock, I just went, nope, nah, not going at that time. I'm going to try to head by Toys R Us at 8 o'clock, and even that's 2 hours beforehand,
Yeah.
just to see what it looks like.
So as we start to wrap this up, any of you guys got any remakes you guys want to see, or any reboots that should be made?
One that's actually a decent remake is the Berserk movies, I think.
Oh, hey, yeah.
Yeah, I mean it
Good ones.
doesn't cover as much as the anime, and it certainly doesn't cover as much as the manga, but they're still good watches.
Okay. Anyone got anything else to add, or?
I guess while we're talking about anime, I haven't watched the Sailor Moon reboot, but
Ah,
I think that's
so
supposed to be
good.
okay.
So good.
Oh, that's out already? Sweet.
So
It's
good.
been out for a while, actually.
Oh, yeah. I don't follow anime too much, but...
But I mean, another good remake of an anime is the Hellsing ones. Like I said earlier, Hellsing Ultimate is just amazing.
Awesome.
Just to touch on the Sailor Moon thing one more time, the remake is based off the manga, so therefore it's superior to the original in every way.
You know what? That's an argument for a different time because
They better have kept that theme song. God, I love that theme song.
The argument of the whole, because it's closer to the manga, it's better.
Yeah. Another time.
We can reserve that for a future episode.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Whatever comes first.
Anyway, well, it's 9:30 here in Chicago, so that's
And here in Nashville.
wrap up.
It's already here.
9:30 here. Just kidding, it's 10:30.
5 o'clock somewhere.
5 o'clock somewhere. All right, let's get going. Yes.
All right.
What you got tonight?
Chug.
Oh, what is that? Anyways.
Jack.
Jack.
Ah, okay. It's the
Oh,
label.
no.
Ow. I gotta pull out the Malort. I don't know if any of you guys elsewhere in the country know about Malort.
No.
You guys are lucky. But anyway, Look up Malort face, and you can see why.
All right.
Anyway, on that note, thank you all for watching. If you guys haven't subscribed already to us on the YouTube, subscribe there, like us on Facebook, follow us on the Twitter, sign up on VG Collect, and thank you all for watching. Once again, I'm Mr. Nikon, and with me, as always, we got Red Blaze, Casho, Fox, and Bad at Tacos. I mean,
Nope.
Bad at Chaos.
Nope.
Bad at Chows.
Bad at Chos.
Chows.
Ciao.
Good night, all. Thank you all for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Peace.